open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the New England Patriots.
December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
Taken in at the 3.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Now, this is going to put him back with a not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
You've seen me out here.
So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
They'll try and run with Harris, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Probably just trying to draw him off there. It didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. Gay's kick is good. And the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
They'll run on 1st down. Hawkins. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
How How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. This defense for the Patriots, they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins, and able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On first down, it's Hawkins, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, it's Hawkins, and he's going to take this down close to the first as he's brought down at the Patriots' 38. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. On play action, they'll throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48. The Pats at the line ready to go. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position after a turnover. I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn it into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Jones. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. 3-0 after 1 on on EA Sports. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Throwing, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others.
He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there for the Patriots. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Oh, nice move. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Going right side here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead. On the give, this is Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
The 16-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and inches.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And that'll bring up 4th down on a big sack with a loss of 5. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Gay knocks this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're going to look to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. to Henry is intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Brandon, we spent time with this team before the game, and there was never any indication that they did not like their kicker.
Well, it shows right now that they didn't like their kicker. Why didn't they just put it through the goalpost and take the lead?
That is going to be the question that has to be answered. I don't know about you, but I'm skipping my flight. I'm going to the post-game press conference to find out what they were thinking.
Instead of playing conservative, they go through the air, and what a stunning turn of events. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Jones, a final shot before break. He'll buy some time right. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And talk about a quick answer. This looked like a missed assignment. You'd think someone would be able to rein him in after he makes this catch. But he's so slippery in the open field, he's able to take it all the way to the end zone.
And the next-gen stats show us the tale of how much yardage he was able to tack on after the catch. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Patriots are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Matt Judon, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Now a give, right side. Hawkins. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 81 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
They'll run on first down. It's Hawkins. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. This is complete to Hawkins. And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, it's Hubbard going left. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Nice job there defensively to clamp down, because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here, as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hawkins. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Myers' kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Jones sliding out of the pocket. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
That's the end of the third quarter with the score Cowboys 17, Patriots 12.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Henry. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They hand this off to Harris. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
He was taken down by Kyle Fuller. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Cowboys 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Jones. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
New England on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24.
And 8 yards pickup. And the Patriots first down.
On first down, Harris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Jones eluding the pressure right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Jones. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that one going to be off target and incomplete. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number 1 job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hawkins, and I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Cowboys capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. To the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. What's that word again? Symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Here's Jones off the play fake. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Here's Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jones. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And the Cowboys are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On 3rd down, it's Hawkins. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. 144 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. On 1st down, it's Hawkins. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give right side. Hawkins. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for Dallas, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a loss that could wind up costing them a first-round bye as they dip to 9-3. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia.